shove there. Connectors in 25k, and he's in really good shape. All he's hitting at the right time, and they're all holding up. Well, now under the gun. Again, following up. If he steals those blinds, he'll be very happy, Bunny. Last thing he wants is Spidey shoving, unless, of course, he's got a monster himself. Yep, picks it up. I'm cooking with gas here. And we'll come back. Yeah, I just knew that was going to happen. Connectors here really is upping the temperature here. 2.4 on the button. It's the right thing to do, but he's going to have to be careful if these guys with decent sized stacks have spotted that, because, I mean, I've spotted it early doors that he's doing it, and it would be very easy for somebody to pop him back with air and force him to fold. Although, don't get me wrong, he has had some decent hands along the way. So if these guys run into one of those big hands, then that'll be just peachy for Connectors. But look, he's up to 27k, he's keeping the temperature hot for everybody else. He's pushing it. There's Spidey shoving. I nearly swallowed my Red Bull can there. All in from Connectors. Ace Queen 10s. It's a race. Ooh. Set. Full house from the river, is it? No, sorry, it's not full house. It's set there. Spidey there gets a big double up. Brings Connectors back into the pack. At this late stage. Yeah, big pot. As Connectors rightly points out, you know, it's understandable. He's got to take a gamble at some point, and he had the chips to call off. But that's brought Spidey right into it. A couple of big hands for Spidey. He can't grizzle about his luck in the final table. Well, here we go. Raise all in by your logic here. I was just about to say, this guy's getting no cards and no luck and not making any moves. Halibut here has to call off another 7,000 roughly. He's got the chips, but he folds. Ooh, nice one in logic. Picks that up for free. And Halibut says, first time I've seen the guy make a move, and he's quite correct. So very observant. Useful note to make on this person. He is paying attention to the table. ZZ shoving. And he could easily be shoving light here. King and above may be good enough to call off this. King 10 and above, I would call that if it was me. But no. Does he show? I don't think he will. And Connectors rightly points out everybody pretty even. Well, not quite. ZZ still out of it. So's illogic. Those, well, one double up away from being that right in there. Spidey versus Connectors. Yeah, nice little walk there for Connectors. You'll like that. 4-5. Classic hand there from Spidey. Blinds up again here. This is getting really pressure pot for some of these people now. You can't see. I hate that limp. Now, unless if that's a strong hand, then fair dues. All right, you know, aces, kings, maybe even queens. I'd let you away with at this late stage, purely for trickiness, hoping that Connectors or somebody will come and shove like that. Well, Connectors puts them all in, and if Turek folds again, then yeah, that's, I mean, well played Connectors, and that's terrible play from Turek. When you see the video, you'll realize how poor it is at this late stage. I mean, it's weak, and Connectors just recognizing how weak that is. He's done it twice now and stolen those chips. Well, I just believe, no, he's not going to raise it this time here. I believe that Connectors deserves some recognition here for the way he's played this final table. Very aggressive. Fat but has shown ability as well here with regards to avoiding situations and observations on the table. But aggression is key here. Can't keep waiting for big hands when the blinds are going up so nastily. Logic there, getting a walk. Look at this, man. Before you kick a ball. Nearly 2,500 chips there. 3.1 from Thalibut. Spidey backs off, and some nice chips to his stack. Well, ZZ shoving again here. Anybody going to call this guy off? Spidey folds. And again, he's got some fold equity with that stack, now up to 9.6. Doesn't take many cycles, circuits I should say, of not playing before you're in real trouble. Here we go, logic raising. And he's been pretty tight, so he needs to loosen up a wee bit and make some moves, and that's what he's doing there, hopefully. Interesting one here. Connect is making a standard looking steal attempt from what we could see on the button. He's been played back at by Turok. It's a mini repop. Connectors doesn't like it at all. Typed lol in the chat box and he's folding it, yeah. And Connector says, can you not just shove next time? Ooh. And that's what I said to saying there. Just Connectors has to be wary that points his raise or steal attempts are going to look too obvious, and he needs to change where he does it from the table. A logic here, raising, Spidey flat calling that. Yeah, ZZ goes for it. Logic, tournament life if he goes for this, so he might as well shove. I don't think he's happy with that at all. He can fold and run away. He's still got 11.5 behind him. It's not great, but it's better than nothing if he's holding cack. Spidey here calls him. Ace Queen versus Queens. Big hand from ZZ. Not again. That is so sick. 3 outer again. And Spidey, Jesus man, that is so lucky. And poor old ZZ man, really unlucky mate. And Connect just types in the chat box, run good, he's running super good. Big slice of luck in the final table here. Yeah, it's really, I feel for Zeds there. Big hand. He's been short stacked for ages. He's been hanging in there. He's been shoving in position to keep himself alive. I believe he's done it a few times late because he's had no choice. He's been able to keep himself alive to get that big hand. He gets the big hand and then sucks out big style. Ace Queen versus it was Queens. He's looking so good pre-flop. All the money you'd put on the Queens, and Spidey hits a 3 outer. Pretty sick. Well, we got a raise here from Turok pre-flop. Spidey calls it off. 10 Jack 4, 2 diamonds, 7.2 in the middle. How? Buddha says his mum watches the poker videos. Well, we got a bet and a very fast raise there by Spidey. Buddha says his mum watches the poker videos, so hi to Buddha's mum. Humpback's asking Connectors to speak in Polish. Behave yourself, man. He only speaks German. Spidey with 9-10 there making a move. Halibut laughing down in the chat box. Well, all in here by our logic. Right move at that point. Spidey looking really strong here with that 36,000 chip stack. Halibut's taking a step back a wee bit, but he's got 20,000 behind him, so he's not too bad. Connectors will be in a bit of a dodgy territory here with 15,000. Turok even worse. So both iLogic, Turok and Connectors will be desperately looking for a double up here. Spidey being aggressive on the button. Wonder what he'd do if Halibut shoved right back up his nostrils. And Connectors typing something about his cards being really good. Not. King, Queen. Spidey on a run here.